Hello interior designers, my name is Vamsi Pratap. I'm a co-founder at Nestup Space Modular Factory. With over 7 years in the industry, we've made tons of mistakes, lots of missing pieces, and tons of replacements from our pockets. With each mistake that we made sure that we learned from it, put a system in place, and also made sure that this mistake will never occur again. We streamlined our process for a faster turnaround time, cost-effective production, and meticulous attention to detail. In this video, we are going to discuss our process. Our process largely consists of 4 steps: site measurements, pre-production modeling, actual production at the factory, and installation. Now, let us dive deep into these processes individually. Step number 1, site measurements. When your site is ready for modular furniture, you can book our site measurements. Our site measurements team will visit the site and take an in-depth site accurate measurements. This will include heights, widths. They'll also note electrical switchboards, position of windows, doors, beams, columns, whatever it is. In step number 2, we'll need design inputs from you. The design inputs should consist of 2D layout of your furniture layout and also the laminate codes. Once we have the site measurements and design inputs from you, we'll schedule a call with you. In this call, the team will get more in-depth details from you, like thickness of the plywood, the kitchen appliances that you are using, and lots of other technical details. Once we have all this data, we'll build your modular furniture from scratch, plank by plank. We'll assign laminate codes, edge banding, all types of holes like hinge holes, back panel groove, profile groove, everything will be mentioned in this step. Once all this is ready, we'll share a detailed material estimate with you. Let's say we have asked you for 50 plywood. We'll also provide you the details of how many planks are cut in each plywood sheet and where these planks are going. This is called cut list. The cut list also will be shared with you. Now that you have material estimates, you can send all the material to our factory. Once the material reaches to our factory, we'll do a detailed input QA. In this input QA, we'll check for undulations or any more anomalies there are there. We'll inform you and you can send the rest of the material. And once we declare that there is 100% of the material available at the factory, the production starts. In this production, we have 3 main things. The first thing is pressing. It could be cold press, hot press, rolling press. It will depend on the material that you are sending. Once the pressing is done, next using our automated CNC machines, we'll do the cutting, and all types of holes are also done in this automated machinery. Now, because this is automated machinery, we can guarantee you that no hole is misplaced and everything is properly done. After this will go for edge banding. Depending on 0.8 mm or 2 mm, the edge banding process will continue, and all the materials, once the edge banding is done, are properly segregated unit wise. A quality check is done and packed. The packaging is done in such a way that when they open a packet at the site, it could be easily installed. So now that the output QA is also done, material is ready for dispatched. So once your material is declared as 100% present at the factory, to the dispatch date, we will do it in 14 working days. Once the material reaches the site, the installation phase begins. If you have a good carpentry team, you can easily install those units using our installation guide. These installation guides are so detailed that it is very easy for anybody with basic carpentry skills to get it installed. And also, we can send one of our site engineers to the site till they get trained. Or else, if you want us to provide you the carpentry teams, we have well-trained carpentry teams who can come to the site and professionally install all these units for you and go. You can pay them directly. We charge 220 rupees per square feet, which won't include material or transportation. It will include site measurements, pre-production documentation, and production at the factory. Initially, you have to pay 5,000 rupees token advance for the site measurements to happen. And also, pre-production documentation also is done at this stage. Once you send the material to the factory, for the production to start, you will have to pay 110 rupees per square feet. Once the material is ready for dispatch, you have to pay 110 rupees per square feet. This does not include the GST. Absolutely. If you are a new interior designer, you can visit us from 10 AM to 6 PM from Monday to Saturday. But if you are an existing customer, our gates are always open for you. You can visit anytime because your material is present at the factory and you have the right to check it whenever you want. Do you do screw fitting or full mini fix fitting? Actually, there are advantages and disadvantages in both of these. Screw fitting gives stability, mini fix gives better quality finish. We get best of both worlds, hence we use hybrid model. One more frequently asked question is, how do I know if my material is not exchanged or misused? Actually, this is one of the major concern while going for modular finish. Nestup has strict transparency policy where you can come to the factory anytime during your production and supervise yourself or send some of your team members. I've only done manual carpentry projects so far and I want to shift to modular. What can I expect? Basically, you'll have to be ready with all the details in the beginning of the project itself, because all the holes, cutting, everything is done at the factory. You cannot change anything later. So you should be able to define everything pin to pin before the project starts. This will not only help you streamline your process, but it can help you complete your project in a single shot. This will help you doing more projects and doing the projects faster. Now that Nestup is handling your modular process, you can happily concentrate on scaling your business and making it creative.